I'm the yellowhead farmer. In 1992, Seven Suzuki, a 12-year-old Canadian girl, told us that butterflies and singing birds and running wildlife have disappeared, and that salmon and other fish developed cancer, and water became contaminated with dioxins, and air became poisonous to breathe, and GMO crops made foods toxic. We farmers have noticed all this. When we drive in the highway, our windshields are not splattered with flies anymore. The flies and insects have disappeared from the land. Our beehives have collapsed, and pollination of crops became difficult. We do not eat the fish we catch because they have cancerous lumps. We do not drink the milk or eat the meat of our cows. They are injected with all kinds of antibiotics and hormones. The milk has no taste and pus content is very high. Our children are breastfed and we buy organic soy milk from Indonesia for our coffee. We cannot get rid of dioxins and other chemicals from drinking water even after reverse osmosis and distillation. We wear gas masks outside. We use oxygen concentrators inside our homes. We show old pictures and movies of butterflies and running wild herds and insects splattered windshields to our children so that they will know what the prairies looked like not long ago. Unfortunately, half of our children became autistic after forced vaccinations and they cannot understand anything we try to tell them. We farmers are resilient. Like our farm animals, we silently suffer and continue to work our farms and grow food for the masses. In 2018, 15-year-old Greta Thunberg from Sweden told us that people are suffering, children are dying, and entire ecosystems are collapsing, and the world is facing an unprecedented mass extinction at the rate of 200 species per day. She predicted that after 8.5 years of CO2 emissions at current levels, the world will start runaway global warming and greenhouse effect will raise the temperature on Earth beyond 6 degrees and Earth will become uninhabitable and life on Earth will perish. We farmers see the extinction of species with our own eyes. We used to dig up worms from the dirt and use them as bait to fish. Now we cannot find any worms anywhere. The glyphosates and Roundup and pesticides we are forced to use in agriculture have poisoned the earth and killed off earthworms, and earth has become sterile and not even bacteria survive in it. We used to plant seeds in the dirt and it would grow and produce fruits in a few years. Now we have to buy seedlings from nursery and fertilize and apply pesticides regularly to make the plant grow. Our cows and pigs and chicken are no longer allowed to graze the field because the grass and hay are all poisonous. Even after keeping them indoors all the time, they still develop huge cancerous lumps. But we farmers do not believe CO2 is the cause of all this. CO2 is plant food. Without CO2, plants will not grow. We pump CO2 into our greenhouses to make plants grow faster and bigger. We know that coal and oil burning produce dangerous sulfur and nitrogen compounds. These gases mix with atmospheric moisture and produce acid rain. Our streams and lakes are acidified by acid rain. We farmers who used to go out and dance in the rain are afraid of rain now because acid rain makes our hair fall off and give us skin rashes. But CO2 is only a minuscule part of atmosphere and it does not cause all the problems we experience. During day, sun's radiation warms up the earth. During nights, the earth radiates its heat back to space. Greenhouse gases in the atmosphere reflect the radiation from Earth back to Earth. That raises the Earth's temperature. This is called greenhouse effect. 85% of the greenhouse gases is moisture. Even if all the CO2 emission is stopped today, we won't have any significant effect. It won't have any significant effect on global temperature. Controlling moisture in atmosphere is impossible. Moistures come from evaporation of sea and lakes and rivers and other wet surfaces. As the temperature of Earth rises, the evaporation increases and the atmosphere will be saturated with moisture, and that will cause more rain and floods and hurricanes. But the plants will grow fast and the world will become greener. Many species will not survive high temperatures, while others will thrive. Tropical climate will cause many bacterium and viruses like coronavirus to multiply and spread and cause pandemics and wipe out large portions of population. The coronavirus epidemic in Wuhan, China is probably the result of bioweapon attack on China. A report in 4chan said the coronavirus has two genes from AIDS virus, and the virus is engineered to affect primarily Chinese race. Obviously, this is a bioweapon. America and Israel are the major developers of bioweapons. High moisture content of the atmosphere will create large clouds that will reflect sunlight away from the earth and cause global cooling. Last ice age was caused by such global cooling. A global cooling will precipitate the moisture in the atmosphere and create glaciers. When the moisture is removed from atmosphere, the greenhouse warming will stop and the earth will return to normal. Whenever global temperatures deviate from the norm, Earth's self-regulating climate systems will bring it back to normal. We farmers are amazed at the design genius of Earth.